Good morning. It is Friday, March 26th, and today is day 45 of the 2021 legislative session. We only have about 2 more weeks left in this session, and there's going to be a lot of activity this weekend. This coming Wednesday, is crossover day, which means that bills originating in the House have to have passed the House, and bills originating in the Senate will have to have passed the Senate by Wednesday in order to continue through the process. So we expect both bodies to work furiously to go ahead and make sure that they're getting their legislation out of committees so that they can be read a first, second, and third time Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday and be passed by crossover day. We've had some major victories. Last Friday, the governor signed Senate Bill 272, which is the Employment Law Worker Classification Act. This important piece of legislation will help with the gig economy, which is a rising sector of the economy, not just everywhere in the country, but also in West Virginia. This was a very important bill, and we were pleased to see him sign this. He also signed Senate Bill 277 last week, which is the all-important COVID liability reform bill. Many of our members told us this was the most important bill to them this year, and so we worked very hard with both the House and the Senate. You have to give a special thanks to Moore Capito, chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, and Charlie Trump, the chair of the Senate Judiciary Committee, for how hard they worked on this issue, as well as all the other senators and the staff. This is widely regarded now as probably the best COVID liability reform law in the country. And we're so pleased that it got bipartisan support and has now been signed into law by the governor. And the best part is that this law is now in effect. So that's great news that is now in effect for all West Virginians. Today, the House of Delegates is going to be considering and presumably passing House Bill 3300, which is their version of the personal income tax reduction. This plan is stretched over a number of years, probably at least 12 years, but it would essentially reduce the personal income tax by about $150 million every year, and then take revenue growth that occurs due to economic growth, reinvest that into the tax cut, and then look at some spending cuts in the state budget as they look for ways to make state government more efficient. The West Virginia Chamber is in support of that bill. We spoke in favor of it at a public hearing yesterday, and it is poised for passage on the House floor. So it looks quite a bit different from the governor's plan, but that is expected to pass the House. We also expect the Senate to make some changes to it of their own, and so it looks like those two bodies will continue to work back and forth together. We're going to continue to be closely engaged at the Capitol on those issues and a number of others. Again, Wednesday is crossover day, so if a House bill doesn't leave the House or a Senate bill doesn't leave the House or doesn't leave the Senate by Wednesday, then that bill is dead. So Wednesday is a very important date. But I'll check back in with you next week and give you an update on what cleared by crossover day and what didn't. Thank you and have a good weekend.